Got $5 and want to go to McDonald's? Too bad, you're going to starve. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. In today's video, we are going to talk about $5 at McDonald's. We're going to look at what's happening with food prices. I want to talk about inflation in general. I want to show you what's happening with Walmart. I got a lot to cover today. This affects you. This impacts your daily life. And I want to show you what's going on right here, starting with this. Affluent consumers are creating a bubble at Walmart. This is interesting, okay? You can see this is the retailer's former US CEO. Okay, so this is not coming from some random guy. Look at this. High-income consumers may be creating a frothy situation, even though affluent shoppers help drive the retailer's latest beat, which I talked about in a previous video. The Walmart experience is better than it used to be, but it's not a premium experience. Walmart is built on convenience, cost, and assortment, not on service. As the economic challenges abate, service will become more important than convenience and price, and we'll see a shift back of some of the consumers. That's the bubble. All right, that's what they're suggesting anyway. And I think that what's happening here is they, like any other, have their own challenges, but clearly they've done some very good things, as a business. They have been able to basically get into everything. They're now the biggest food supplier, food seller. I don't know right now the produce. No, what's the word? They sell more food than all the other places. Why? Because they have so much distribution. They have stores in every city. I mean, this is the way it goes, right? And of course, they could source at a very cheap price. Walmart sales trends reveal huge problem for fast food restaurants. As a result, fast food establishments have also felt the pinch. Consumers continue to be even more discriminated with every dollar that they spend as they face elevated prices in their day-to-day spending, which is putting pressure on the quick serve restaurant industry. This is according to the McDonald's CEO. All right, across all major markets, industry traffic is slowing. Yeah. Well, you're charging, as they say here, 100% more than in 2014. The prices have doubled. That it hits home because a lot of people, they are not, their salary over the past 10 years, maybe it has gone up quite a bit in 10 years. But the difference now is that, that used to be a cheap meal. You knew you weren't getting the most fantastic meal. You know you weren't getting anything healthy, likely. But it was something, hey, I'm driving by. I got my $5. I can go buy something. Maybe not $5 in 2014, but who knows? Now it's not the case. I mean, I've seen so many examples where it's like $11, $15, $18, depending, on the way that you configure it. That basically that's a huge problem. So I think what's going to happen with this, as it relates to both Walmart, but let's talk about McDonald's, is that they are going to automate. We've seen that before, but I think much more widespread to keep their costs lower. Now you might have heard, hey, I thought McDonald's had this like $5 thing they were bringing back. Well, that's the challenge. I'll talk about that in a second here. We're bouncing back and forth. Walmart says no more diners are buying its groceries as fast food gets pricey. That's right. Now, what's happening here is they're saying, I need cheap food, so I'm going to go to Walmart. Walmart is seeing the direct benefit of that. Direct benefit. It's roughly 4.3 times more expensive to eat out than it is to eat at home, and that's benefiting our business. So people are just saying, no, I don't want it. What about this? McDonald's $5 menu is out and people are not happy now. So check it out. Okay, this is interesting. I thought, wait, what's going on? What's the story here? The menu for the newly announced promotion is rumored to include 4 items for $5. A McChicken, a McDouble, whatever that is, four piece, which I thought was funny, chicken nuggets. I thought it was a 6 and 20. I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe every area is different, but I think I remember 6-piece nuggets and 20 nuggets. So they shrinkflated this down to 4 nuggets. Fries and a drink. However, there is a catch. The $5 meal will be running from the 25th of June, but the offer will only last around 1 month. So it's a $5 meal sale. Is that what that is? Yeah. Well, you can see what's going on, okay? Very big problem. People are just saying, I can't do it. I can't do that. So there's right here, they say a quarter pounder with cheese meal now costs an estimated $11.99, up from $5.39 a decade ago, right? I mean, times change, certainly. Prices do go up, but that's double. That is a doubling in price. And a lot of people, their salary doesn't necessarily double, depending on where it was before. It's not going to necessarily even double over that 10-year period. If you're getting 3% raises per year, that food is a lot more expensive to you, right? So that's the kind of thing. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do these promotions. They know what's going on. They have to automate and basically get rid of a lot of employees. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do so that they can still have some, like, I guarantee you right now, Flippy the robot, they are talking to Flippy the robot, and they're figuring out how to implement that in every store. It's key. Europe must avoid disaster of trade decoupling as it eyes China tariffs. What I'm highlighting here is that if you think inflation's bad now, if they add even more tariffs onto Chinese goods, inflation will go higher. It won't bring jobs back because there's too many regulations. Companies don't want to operate inside of the United States and Canada and Europe because there's too many regulations. And so they're saying, forget it. Forget it. I'm just closing up shop. That's what's going to happen. So understand that. You think inflation's bad? Check it out, okay? Credit card delinquencies surge. Almost 1 in 5 users are maxed out. Do you see the problem? I mean, it's pretty clear, right? I know you guys already know this, but I just want to update you on all the data. Now, there's things that you can do about it. I saw the writing on the wall many years ago, and I started telling people around me, they didn't care. They don't. Do you think people, like, when you're that guy yelling and screaming, people don't, they're not going to listen. They're not going to listen. And so for me, I was trying to tell people around me, they didn't want to listen. I started the YouTube, and then, at least I found an audience that cared. So, you got to wake up to this. And the honest fact is, this situation is going to get a lot worse. It's going to get a lot worse. The RCMP, okay, think about that. Think of it like a high-level police in Canada. They said, I did that video. They said, we expect, like in a 5-year period, we expect it to be a lot worse, a spiraling down. That's their own internal document said that. All right, and it's the same everywhere. Expect more inflation no matter who wins the election. I mean, that shouldn't surprise anybody. It's like, oh, will it be very bad or will it be terrible? Oh, okay, take your pick. Take your pick, right? And that's just a matter of fact. It's just a matter of fact because they don't cut spending. They don't cut spending. They may apply the spending to the place that you think it's better spent, but it's not cutting spending. That would never happen. Absolutely not. Right? Just looking at this, I mean, you could see where the money is being spent. It's pretty ridiculous in some cases. Of course, so much of it goes overseas. It's going to drop things from 30,000 feet in the sky. It's going to spy on, you and your family. I mean, it's ridiculous. Inflation puts more retirees at risk of running out of money. Yeah, you thought you were going to live on this fixed income, you'd be A-okay, but not when food is double what it was before. I mean, you can't expect people to live on crumbs, but that's really what's happening. The rise in spending since 2021 shows how pernicious inflation can be for those in or near retirement, especially since higher prices can also erode the value of cash and fixed income investments. Higher inflation later in life is often harmful to retirement security. So you're going to have more people that basically say, well, now I can't retire. And so they stay in the workforce longer, hopefully, if they can. And now you can't have a young person get in that job. And so you're going to have a real issue. Number one, there's going to be a lot of health concerns. There's no question about that. It's already gotten worse in the last couple of years. And at the same time, people, they can't pay their bills. So what do we have? We have universal basic income. The CBDC. Love that CBDC. Oops. First things first, financial education, that's number one. I released the course called Compass. Doesn't cost any money. Compass doesn't even request your email address. Nothing. You go to Compass, themoneygps.com/Compass. 20 minutes, you got a great base of knowledge. Great base of knowledge that I put into this course. All I ask for is a thumbs up on these videos. That's it. That's it. Okay? If you want them to go more advanced, certainly. Absolutely. I got my live sessions. We work together. I help people build businesses on the Sunday session, for instance. Okay? I go through this nitty-gritty details. I know what's going on in these businesses. I help people build them from the ground. It's the most amazing thing. And I hope more people would get on there so that I can do, more, I can apply more effort. That's what I want to do. Okay? But for you, the individual, you need to figure out how to make more income. I just heard from a guy today, as I record this, doing dog walking. Okay? The guy is doing house sitting for the dog, getting paid $120 a day. Sleeps there, eats there, free. Then during the day, he goes out and walks other dogs. So it's not a huge thing, okay? The guy's a young guy, but it's unbelievable. You're there, you're doing all these things, working like crazy. This guy probably enjoys dogs, loves it, and what's he doing? He's making money from it. And that could be a part-time thing for you. Okay, I'm not saying to be a dog walker. I'm saying you got to think outside the box. You got to figure out what you can do because things are changing fast. Things are changing fast. I hope that you take this seriously. You start to get the financial education and take the appropriate steps. I want to thank you for being here today. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.